Good morning, folks. What is it, March 5th? 6th? I don't know what day it is. I do know it's Tuesday. Give me credit for that. Yes, I got my hair cut. No, you can't tell? She took quite a bit off. I had not had my hair cut in almost 4 months. So she just cleaned up the layers and everything. Just a side note. Today's topic, today's rant. PTSD. Post-traumatic stress disorder. I absolutely have it. I will diagnose myself with it. I have been sick for so long and so many, psychological things with anxiety and the depression that if I had a miraculous healing today, I still would suffer because I'd be looking for it because that's my norm. My norm is always being sick. And I was just saying a little while ago to myself, embrace the sickness, embrace it. Embrace all these new, every day you get a new symptom or something different. Like today, my right foot, the last 3 toes on my right foot, numb and tingling. The bottoms of my calves and shins, numb and tingling. Embrace it. Embrace why you're numb and tingly, and the anxiety, off the charts, off the charts. I am got my sneakers on, getting ready to walk outside, even though it's only about 35 degrees out, because starting tomorrow, we're going to get another storm. And the storm's going to last till Friday, and who knows? I don't even know. I haven't even checked to see how much snow we're going to get, but we're going to get a storm. So I'm going to bundle up, and I'm going to take my walk outside to get outside. But PTSD, absolutely have it. You can't be sick as long as we've been sick and not have it. Because, in those moments that you feel kind of okay, you're like, just literally, for me, it's like, okay, any minute now, something's going to happen. I'm just waiting because that's my norm. Do I bring it on myself? I don't know. Maybe I bring some of this on myself. Certainly not the dizziness and the wooziness. I don't imagine that I can make my feet numb and tingly. But is it the B vitamins? Because I increased the B? I just don't think I can take it. Or just take the one. Go back to just taking the one, because I seem to be able to do... Excuse me. Boy, that oregano, and you can taste it. You burp it, and it's like, it's all in my mouth. I don't know. I really do not know. To answer the question, do I think the LDN has helped? Not at all. I haven't felt, except for my lymph node. That is the only difference. The lymph node has gone down. It's not completely gone, but whoa, it's probably, 75 to 80% better than it was. I'm not really good with percentages, so maybe but that's the only difference. The LDN has not helped with my woozy head, dizziness. Not that I can see or notice. Excuse me. So how do you treat PTSD? I guess I'm going to have to go into some deep therapy, right? I've done talk therapy many, many times, because like I've mentioned before, I've had a history of having GAD, general anxiety disorder. Never depression, but but all through my 20s. And it started with my first migraine. When I first had that migraine that I lost part of my vision, tell me, anyone else would panic. And that set the stage, because then I was always scared of getting another migraine and losing my vision, which I did constantly through my 20s. Oh my God, they were never knew when they were going to hit. And it was always. And that brought on anxiety. And that's how the anxiety started. But I just managed all through my 30s. I had, my children. raise my kids, manage. Then in my early 40s, I started perimenopause. And as I've told you before, it was more insomnia, and the insomnia was causing my anxiety to get worse, and that's when I started medication. So here I am, 59 years old, still battling. But as I just stated a few minutes ago, talk therapy. So I tried talk therapy when I got really bad in my 40s and early 50s. It did nothing. Oh, my phone is ringing. Please, dear God, don't let it be my mother. Please, Lord. Please, Jesus, do not let it be my mother. Let me just look and see. I'll let you back. Hello. Just finishing up the 3 miles. That's our beautiful sky. It's all gonna go to crap in the next 24 hours. So that's why I did it. Besides the fact that I needed to get my anxiety down to a manageable level. But in the last couple minutes, my neck is killing me. And feeling wobbly. I'm sure once I get in the house and take my shoes off and get my coat off, the mail department will slam me. Because when you're in motion, it's less noticeable. But when you're not in motion, it becomes very, whoa, this driveway is the killer. The last piece of the walk is getting up my driveway. All right, just wanted to let you know I got my walk in. Whew. Hello. Well, I just erased a whole entire segment because I got up on my soapbox, and when I re-watched it, I realized I don't even think I'd watch it myself. I was too that's all I can say. All right, let me try to, and I was binging all over the place. Bing, 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 bing. I was, grabbing different conversations and throwing them all together, and it didn't mesh. So first of all, going back to the LDN, I said it really wasn't doing anything. I'm not even near therapeutic dose. Therapeutic dose, as I've mentioned, is between 3 and 4.5 is basically the therapeutic dose. Maybe if you're really, really sensitive, 3, but nothing under 3. I'm only at 0.5, so I shouldn't expect any miracles yet. My lymph nodes are down. That could be from the oregano and olive leaf. Maybe it is due to the LDN, I don't know, but nothing else has really changed. Although I will say in the last week, I've been less, I haven't cried every day. I haven't cried in a couple of days. Doesn't mean it won't happen. I'm just like, if maybe my depression is being lifted a little bit. So, we'll see what the LDN does, but I got a long ways to go before I get to the therapeutic level. Another subject, because I mentioned the PTSD, and I want to intermingle that with my feelings on the fact that I don't think or feel that my redemption from this is going to happen until the Lord takes me out. Be that the rapture or me just going home to the Lord, whatever way. But I guess it's been because it's been so many years that I don't see it happening. So as I said earlier, I'm just trying to embrace it. I'm like, this is what I'm going to do. Doesn't mean I'm not going to have moments that I'm going to get really, really super sad and that I will cry and then I'll feel sorry for myself because life is passing me by and I'm not getting to do the things I want to do. But I'm just eager for the Lord to return. Now, I don't know where you all stand, but this is where I stand. I am a pre-tribulation believer. That being said, I believe that we will be taken out before the tribulation. I have many scriptures in the Bible to back that up, but here it is in a nutshell. I don't believe God's going to make me or any of us go through more hell than we've already gone through. He's not going to double dose us with crap from Satan. Satan's already had his field day with us. He's not going to leave us here on the earth for the 7 years that Satan gets to go crazy and make us have even more pain. So I just don't believe that. So things are happening in the news involving the Temple Mount. I have to look it up myself. A friend just clued me in this morning about it, so I haven't looked in the news about it. But things that were prophesied in the Bible to happen to show you that Jesus' return is drawing close is happening. So things with the Temple Mount. In May, it will be the 70th anniversary of Israel becoming a nation, and the Bible stated that the generation that saw that happen would be the generation to see Jesus' return. Those people are dying off, so it's got to be closer and sooner than I thought, because that generation, they're old. And just like I mentioned in my vlog yesterday, look at the world we live in. The complete insanity. And the Bible says it will be like Sodom and Gomorrah. We are like Sodom and Gomorrah now. Anything goes. Shoot, I guess you could start marrying your pets if you wanted to, and have sex with your pets. I'm sorry, you shouldn't have said that. That was inappropriate, but just about anything goes nowadays. Just shows me that we're closer and closer to the end times. We are in the end times, but closer to Jesus' return. So, like I had said, if something was to happen that I miraculously be healed, I don't know if I would ever truly be completely healed, because I've suffered for so long that my mind, it would have to be a complete wash of my mind and body, because I PTSD. I'm just sick for so long. So I just look for Jesus' return. That's my hope. That's my hope. I believe that people choose. Sin is a choice. That's a hard one for people to accept. But I do. This is my belief, that sin is a choice. And it could be, I'm not going to go into battling with, I was born this way, or this is, we were all born with a genetic pool. Whether it be your sexuality or even just tendencies, I was born into a family of abuse. Physical, emotional abuse. Pretty severe. So I have a tendency as a young mother to be an abuser. I could feel it. I could feel the want to beat my kids the way I had been beaten, the way my siblings had been beaten. I could feel it. It was like it was a natural inclination to go grab a belt and hit my kids with the belt buckle. Did I ever do it? Nope. Nope, because it's a choice. I fought it and I said, no. I choose not to do it. I'm not just going to go along with how I feel. I feel like, Well, just like, well, I want to rob a bank. So I just rob a bank because it's in me. No, you choose to do it. You can disagree with me and be wrong, but that's my soapbox. That's my conversation for the days. I'm trying to come to terms with that I've been to so many doctors and I've tried so many things. I've had so many diagnoses, and a hamster in the hamster wheel. And so I'm trying to come to terms that maybe this is it. As the movie said, this is the best it's going to be, or what's the name of that movie with Jack Nicholson? The best it gets? I don't remember, but I remember him saying in the movie, he's walking out of the psychiatrist's office into the waiting room, and he looks at everybody and says, what if this is the best it ever gets? What if? Like I said earlier, so do we embrace it? We live it? I mean, I'm still stifled by it. I'm still paralyzed by it in so many different ways. There's so many things I cannot do because of it. But I'll do what I can do. I walked 3 miles. Power walked 3 miles within 45 minutes. It's pretty good for somebody who's wicked dizzy and off balanced and woozy and body hurts and everything aches and numb and tingly, and I walked 3 miles. I did what I could. I'm going to go to a store in a little while. My granddaughter's birthday is at the end of this month, but I want to get her birthday present now because I'm going to keep it here. And I probably will have her date day this weekend because it's her turn. She wants a new baby doll. I'm getting her the baby doll with the diapers and the bottle and the pacifier and the whole setup to leave here at the house for when she comes. Will I feel great doing it? Probably not, but I'm going to just go and do it. Something I can do. And then I come home and I crash. Probably go to the library tomorrow to get a book out. I literally walk in, I know exactly where my reading material is in the library, so it's like, go right to it, find the book, take it out, self-check out, and back out the door. And in the car and on the way home. Something I can do. Can I take this vacation with my daughter and her family in April? Chances are slim to none. Can I? Well, I was listening to my friend Jen's vlog today. Jen, oh darling, I hear you. Oh, I hear you. You've listened to me cry and weep and carry on about not being able to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G. All the things you want to do that people take for granted, that we used to take for granted before we got sick. We never gave these things thoughts. We just did it. Now we have to plan in our mind and our body, what can I get to do today without making myself worse? And being sick on top of sick, Jen, this is to you, just makes it worse. You know that, sweetie. You've got a virus or a bacterial infection. You've got something else going on top of the already mountain of garbage you're fighting. Just makes it worse. So to sum up this segment, not sure, if the once I get to the therapeutic with LDN, how long. I'm sure my nurse practitioner will tell me, how long do you give it before you say, well, that ain't doing anything? And then where do I turn from there? What do I try next? Do I try anything? I mean, I look at all these vlogs, all your vlogs, and it's like, oh my golly, some of you guys have done a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. You're not better. I mean, forgive me, I'm not trying to, throw pie in your face, but it's like, when do you just say enough? I don't know. And yeah, when you get those little windows, no, I have not had a window like some of you. I'll get those. I'll get those like days of feeling baseline normal. I'm happy if I'm baseline crappy. But I don't know, maybe my window is that I haven't cried in the last couple of days, which is unusual for me because I usually cry every single day. Literally, I usually cry every single day. No lie. And I haven't cried since, well, Thursday. And that was, last time I cried was on the phone with my daughter, I think, when we were trying to get our business back in order. The big blow up between her and I. If that's what you call it. I think that's the last time I really cried. I might be wrong, but anyways, that would be an improvement if I'm not crying every single day, right? Now if I could get the anxiety under control in the morning. Wow, would that be something? I'm speaking softly because my husband's in the other room. So I'm going to let you go. I don't know if I'll come back on at all. I might not. We'll see. Bye. Yep. No, I'm not rushing off to my mother's. That would have been my first thought too. I'm feeling well enough to go out to the store like I had said earlier that I was going to try. So I'm on my way now. I do have to pick up just a couple things. Every time I go to the store, I have to pick up something for my mother because I never know from one day to the next what she's running out of. But I am on my way to Walmart. I gotta return a game that I had bought last week with my grandson. One of the games we bought, Kerplunk. Stupid. I remember it as being a lot of fun. I don't remember it being 20 minutes to set it up. Kerplunk. You have to put all those little sticks into the plastic cone and then the marbles on top. Well, literally 10, 15 minutes you're sitting there sticking the sticks in, and I'm like, this is stupid. I'm returning it. And while I'm there, I'm gonna try to get my granddaughter her birthday present now, even though it's like 3 weeks early. She doesn't know. She doesn't care. And I'm taking advantage of the fact that it's not snowing. My head is just baseline woozy. I'm sure this will push it over the edge like it always does. But I thought I'd jump in and let you know that I'm behind the wheel of a car again. Wonder if the people around me know how dangerous that is. So I'll check in with you later and let you know how it all went. Hopefully it goes well. Bye. Okay, I'm I'm on my way home. Got everything done. Stopped at my mother's. Dropped the stuff off. Realized that she still needed things that I didn't remember or didn't know, so figures. But I'm going home and gonna have some dinner now. And re-rax. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna re-rax. So anything's better than sitting on the couch all day looking at the four walls, right? Which I'll be doing for the next couple days, unless a miracle happens again, right? So I'm grateful. It's my twinkle tinkle is that I got out of the house. I walked 3 miles and I got out of the and I changed the bedding. That's always a big thing with a king size bed and feeling dizzier than I'll get out. I was able to, but I do that every week, change the sheets and change the bedding and wash it, so that's not a big deal. Well, I did it. I have to remind myself there are people that can't even do that. So I'm going to sign off now. Don't suppose I'll be back. Because I have nothing more to add for my day. Again, I said if I could ever go through one of these segments without burping, right? Burp constantly. Constant. So remember, the rant of the day, PTSD and Jesus' return. Yes. Looking for it. Looking for Jesus' return. Are you? I hope so. If you're not, you ought to start thinking about it, because none of us are guaranteed even another second. You never know what's going to happen. Do you know? Here's the last thing I'll leave you with. If you were to die right now, do you know where your soul's going? Do you know where your soul will be going? Okay. God bless. And Lord willing, we'll be back at this again another time. Bye-bye.